Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your girl Queen Tay over here, and I'm back again with another video for you guys. If it is indeed your first time seeing my face on your screen, hey there, what's up? My name is Tatenda Muriyengwe, aka Queen Tay, and please do subscribe, join the queendom, join the family over here. Like this video if you enjoy it by the end of the video, and do share with other people so they can also come and join the way you did. If it is not your first time coming back, if you're an oldie, a goodie, hey there, I appreciate you so much for watching my videos. Please do like this one. I know you're going to enjoy. As you can tell by the title and the description, today I will be doing a tips for university students, whether you're already in university or thinking about like which university to pick and what to do, how to get ready for university. Last year or gap year in high school, I feel like this video is for that crowd over there. But yeah, I'm just gonna be giving tips. I'm still in university, so these are like mid-university tips. Like we're halfway through, we're not yet done. But yeah, I don't want to waste any much more of your time. Let's get straight into this video, babes. Let's get into it. Okay. First things first, before we even talk about like tips for maybe if you're already in varsity, if you're not yet in varsity, looking towards tertiary education, which university, all this, research on the course you want to do. So before you even pick of which institution do you want to go to or where do you want to go to, research on the course or the line of study or the career path that you want. Why do I say this? Right, computer science in Namibia, computer science at UNA, may be a little different from computer science at NAST where I am now. Computer science in Zimbabwe or IT might be different to the IT or computer science you will meet in South Africa. Okay, so research on the course and know what the course itself entails before you start talking about institutions. Okay, know what the course you want to do entails and what the work life will be like. Like, is this something you really want to do with your life? Is this something that you really want to invest time and 4, 7, 8, 10 years into? Okay, so that you don't go and pick a course just because it sounds nice when you say it or when you think of what you think it is, but it might not actually be what you think it is. You get? So research on the course, know what your course is about so that you don't get lost in the wrong course. Okay? Second point is research institutions that offer the course. Now, this is where we get to the nitty-gritties. You need to research on location, how are the locals of that area. If you have someone that has already gone to that country that you can refer to and ask them about, how are the locals in that country? Are they friendly? Are they a bit racist? Is there racial tension there? Are the people welcoming? How are the accommodation prices? What's the electricity like? Well, I know that sounds petty, but like, how are the bills? What kind of food do they offer there? If you're someone that has a lot of dietary requirements, if you're someone who's very, strict on your religion, because there are some places that if you go to and you have a certain religion, you might be putting yourself in danger. So research on all those things and make sure that you know exactly the institution and the country that you want to go to. Will it be accommodating to you? Sometimes I know we pick universities based on financial standing, but I feel like if you research the countries, you might end up with a few more options that are in your price range. That way you don't end up just going to one country because that was the one that you guys knew about and it was affordable. Okay. Number 3, you need to have several conversations with your parents / guardians or family about the course that you're getting into. Let everyone know that this is something you want to do so that when things get hard, they can support you because you've spoken about it. They've seen how passionate you are about it, so that they know that you're struggling, but they need to remind you that this is what you really love. Like, you spoke about it this way, you wanted to do it this way, you were sure of yourself, and you are sure of yourself. You can do this. Have these conversations. And if you're going into, let me put it this way. I know this is going to sound a bit icky to a lot of people, but just hear me out for a second. If, let's say, for example, if I were to go into accounting, I would have had the conversation with my moms, because they're both in that field, and they will tell me, sometimes this is a bitter pill for us to swallow, but that's the reality of life. Going into a certain course when it's flooded might result in you being a frustrated graduate, because you picked a course that when you go back home, I know the plan for most of us that study outside is not to come back home, but God forbid you do go back home or something happens and you have to go back home, that market is flooded. And some markets are actually flooded internationally. So you're going to end up with a degree that when you decide to look for a job, it might end up frustrating you because there are no jobs anyway in that field. Not to say that there are no jobs entirely, they are, but how many of you have that same degree looking for the exact same job in a certain location? Just think about it as well. That there are jobs, but how many jobs are there, and how many graduates, how much backflow and graduates is there in that field? You get what I mean? And do you have connections if that's the route you want to go? Do you have connections that will get you that job? And the connections that you have, will they get you the kind of job that you want? You get what I mean? So yeah, talk to family, talk to your guardians, talk to someone who's a bit older, someone who's in the working environment, someone who might have a clue as to where you want to. Then learn new things. You need to be a versatile individual in university, from my own understanding. I never used to be the most versatile when I got to university, but I did try, choir, and then COVID came along and then I changed university, so you can see it was a bit hard because I come from a strict home, so I can understand and appreciate that some of you are like, I can't learn new things because of the home I come from. I couldn't do that, but I can do this. So I started a YouTube channel and I'm here talking to you guys. Learn new things, put yourself out there. Please put yourself out there and have a good time. Don't ruin your life. Please, I know all of us want to have fun in uni because most of us came from strict homes. And then you now have 2 seconds of freedom because you're outside the country and your mother cannot treat you. Yay. Some of you are in tertiary education and you know that back home, it's like a truckload of sacrifices to send you to school. Don't take it for granted and don't waste the opportunity. You get what I mean? Someone else is dying for that opportunity to come to school and acquire themselves this education that you're being offered for. If you're blessed enough to be in that place and your parents can afford it for you, take it seriously. I kid you not, take it so seriously. Some of us got here, we were having a lot of fun, and to some degree we let ourselves slip. There are other factors that I won't get into right now, but I also had a role to play in what happened. You get what I mean? So learn new things, put yourself out there, don't ruin your life. Don't go around just doing things with people you don't know, and then when you fall in a pit you get arrested or you get pregnant. You get what I mean? Because with certain degrees, getting pregnant means starting again. Because then if you have to take time off, or if you get pregnant for someone who cannot offer you anything, now you have to stop and then continue. You get what I mean? And then when you want to go back to school, they'll tell you, you've been sitting for too long, you have to sit again. Then what? And now your parents are telling you, we're not going to pay for it. Your husband should pay for it. You get what I mean? So don't do that to yourself. Learn new things, as in join societies. I don't know, man, become a radio presenter, play sports, try new part-time jobs, legal ones. Please, I'm not encouraging people to go and get arrested. Start a side hustle. Do some financial research, man. Some of it is for free. Walking to these offices and asking questions. No one is gonna pay. No one is gonna ask you to pay for such things. But there would be things once you leave university, and even if you now have money, what decisions you want to make, what steps you want to take, and you wouldn't be completely in the blank. Okay. Next point. I don't know how to stress this one. You need to know yourself. You need to know what you're capable of. You need to know your strengths. You need to know your weaknesses. You need to know your limits, your principles, your ethics, your moral standing. Know who you are and where you come from. I beg you, know who you are, what you stand for, why you came, what were your goals. You need to know things like that. Listen to me well. This is not coming from, oh, I have all the advice, I have all the tips. That's not it. From my own personal experience, don't do things just because it seems like, what can I say? Don't follow the crowd. It may be peer pressure, don't do it. I've talked about this in my high school survival kit, that peer pressure will be there at any level that you go through. Don't follow the crowd. Know who you are, your principles. You get what I mean? Have principles that you don't cross. It makes it easier when someone attacks you with certain things if you know your principles and you stand by them. Know your limits. Baby girl, if you can't drink all night, why are you going out to drink all night if you can't handle the alcoholic beverage? Stay home, please. Don't then go out, drink way too much, and then end up in a wrong situation. I know it's not an excuse for guys to rape you or take advantage of you, but sometimes prevention is better than cure. You get what I mean? Like, don't put yourself in a situation where you're prey. You get what I mean? Where you can easily be preyed on, where you knew before you entered that situation that you could not do this. Like, you have the lowest alcohol tolerance and you're here drinking vodka. For who? For who? Babes, like, protect yourself. The world right now is very ugly and we're all fighting for a lot of things, but protect yourself because right now it's very dangerous. Right now is not the time to go and test people and be like, oh, it's not an excuse. You know, guys should not rape me just because I got tipsy. I can go out and do da and I should be protected. This is not the time. These men don't care and they will take so good advantage of you. Don't do it to yourself. You get what I mean? Know your limits. Know that you can't cross this. Even financially, know your limits. Know that I can do this now and I can do this now. I am aiming for this, so I shouldn't go above this mark. You get what I mean? Learn such things. Know that about yourself. Know your moral standing that this is now unethical for me. This is now, immoral for me. Like, don't do things just because, oh, it's varsity, so we're in our 20s, we can do whatever we want and pick ourselves up. Sweetheart, there are things you can pick yourself up from. You get, people can make mistakes and there are second chances, but there are certain things that you will do to yourself that will go and throw you so far back from the progress you've made that it will be very, very hard to recover from. I kid you not. It will go and throw you 5 years back. Don't do that to yourself. Just know who you are and stick to it. It will be so gratifying. Like, it is such a good feeling when you get to a point where you know yourself and when someone approaches you with something that is unethical to you, something that is against your morals to you, something that is against your principles, and you're like, no, that is not who I am and I'm not going to do it. I'm not about to do this with you. Respectfully, you can do it if that makes you feel good, but it doesn't make me feel good, and I know I can't handle this. I know I can't, go against my principles, so I am not going to indulge. No, thank you. And you get by, you finish your education, you had a good time. You can go out, but if you can't handle certain things, just don't do them. And then you have a good time and you know what happened that night and you can go home safely. Like, I just feel like right now is not the world to test people. We're fighting for something and hopefully we can get back to a place where people can be just safe, even if they have made some wrong decisions. But right now, the world is very ugly. Don't put yourself in a compromising position. Okay, next is you need to make good friends. You need to make really, really good friends. And friends that like a good time, but friends that can encourage you to study and support you. you will get anxiety in university, you will get depression, you will feel unmotivated, you will feel like you're the dumbest person in cloud nine, like you're in the wrong degree, but it was something that you knew, something that you were sure of deep inside you that you can do this. You need good friends that will stand by you and tell you, girl, you've got this. Good friends that will tell you, see, we have a test, you're not going out, we're studying. Those type of friends that will tell you, oh yeah, hey, I got the question papers, past question papers, you should try these out, these might help us. People that will tell you, oh yeah, hey, don't forget you have a test. People that will remind you, people that will be there for you, people that can build a family when you're away from your family, because you're going to be, if you're at university and you're not coming from home, where there's like a huge support system, you need another one, you need another family. So locate, study. You can obviously in your first year when you get there, study people, talk to a few people, a lot of people, and study them, see whose principles align with yours, goals, visions, things like that, and make connections, make friends. Your friends that become your family should be exactly that. People that are aligned with your goals, vision, understand you, love you, care for you, and would ride and die for you. You can make connections with other people that you don't necessarily trust with your personal stuff. You know what I mean? Because those connections might help you after university, maybe acquire a job, or when you're starting your business, they can help you, get in touch with the right people, the right offices, that type of thing. So there's a difference between connections and the networking side of your friends and your friends that become your family away from home. Okay? Make good friends. And then you need to be ready for adulting. I don't know how to stress this one. You need to be ready for adulting, especially if you're firstborns. Firstborns, please stand up. You need to be ready for adulting, because life will kick you in your behind so hard, and that kick will throw you. So it will throw you so far. You won't even know where you're coming from. The shock that you will get in certain places if you did not research about what you were going for and you were not ready for adulting. You never prepared yourself mentally, okay, we're getting grown now. We need to be responsible for a home. For me and my home here. If you never did that, you're not gonna know what hit you. You're not gonna know. I come to you as a firstborn, as a person that when I leave the house, they tell me your little sister looks up to you, and when you make decisions, she sort of mimics the things you do, your decisions, the kind of life you live. She kind of mimics you. Don't make a mistake. Don't do wrong things. That's just the psychological family blackmail situation. And then there's the financial one that just, see, I stay with my aunt, so I can't even tell you half of what people are going through in university, because I don't have to pay bills. But you get to a point where people ask you, why have you never done anything with your life to help yourself financially? Why are you still asking me for money? And then you're like, but I'm your daughter and I'm intern. And they're like, how old are you? And you're like, and they're like, your mates are married with kids, or your mates are working, your mates have businesses. Because married with kids is not exactly an achievement. I mean, it is, but it's not. I feel like staying in marriage is the achievement. The wedding might not be, because you will get married to some nonsense, and then it's just it was just a waste of time anyway. But you get to a point where they tell you, guy, you're not getting any younger. You need to learn to cater to your own expenses in certain places. Grow up. When your parents start telling you to grow up, it starts in your late high school. They start telling you, why are you asking for such things? Why you grow up? And then you get to uni and they're like, in Shona, they're like, wakura. And then you're like, yeah, no. We're not kids anymore. We can't ask for things and throw tantrums and receive them. We need to figure things out financially here. Learn. Be ready. Prepare your mind. Sit down and tell yourself, yo, we're growing up now. Now we need to be responsible. We're adulting. We need to be responsible. We're going to be accountable for our decisions here. There are consequences to the things we're doing now. mommy and daddy cannot cover everything anymore. You get, like, it's me and the life. Me and life. We are seeing each other face to face now. You need to be ready for such things when you come to uni, because uni and adulting, let me put it to you here. You see everything else that I gave as like uni tips, uni things you need to be ready for. That's life there. Then there's uni here. And then there's family and all that in between. That's your walk to life. And as you're walking, you see how it gets smaller. Your family just disappears, and then it's now everything that I've told you about and you. And now you're face to face. You can't run. Mommy cannot face it for you. It's just you, yourself, and life. So be ready to adult. Be ready to become an adult and be responsible for your own decisions. Because now, whatever decisions you make, because you're so far away from home, some of you are going to make decisions on your own without consulting your parents, without your parents' input. It has to be your decision to make. And whatever decision you make, you're going to be accountable for anything, for any actions that come out of that decision. So yeah, be ready, man. Like, be ready. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, this is the end of this video. I felt these are things I like to talk about, get involved, give you guys some tips from my experiences, what I've gone through, just so that we help each other, push each other up, and we don't get lost in this thing they call life, so it doesn't consume us, but we conquer it. So yeah, guys, that was it for this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for the support. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell right beside it so you get notified when we give you more content over here, baby. But yeah, click the bell, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It would help me a lot. Leave a comment, talk to me, communicate, tell me what you want to see from me. Let's have a chat, let's talk about what university has done, what adulting has done to you guys. How has it kicked you guys? Because it kicked me my own way. But yeah, guys, let us connect. Also connect with me on social media. I will leave my social media handles in the description bar below. But yeah, guys, until next time, stay safe. COVID is roaming around these streets. Like, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Until next time, I love you guys so very much. Makandikoshera. Bye.